Hello, sports fans. This is the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker, your source for the sports betting industry 24/7. Sit back, relax, and listen as Mr. Bookmaker highlights what's happening right now in the world of sports. So, without further ado, here's your host, Art Eftekhari.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome back to another edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Art Eftekhari. Glad you could be with us today. Make sure you're checking out our website. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmakerinfo.com. Remember, we have the best links to all the European bookmaker sites, as well as Asian bookmaker sites, and United States-friendly bookmaker sites as well. On our website, we have the Bookmaker 101 Basics, step-by-step information on how to register, bet, and withdraw. You know our bookmaker guide is available to download. We got betting picks, we got strategies and tips, and don't forget about our A to Z sports betting lingo. And last week, the term was chalk eater. Remember, those of you who are always betting on the favorites, you are a chalk eater. This time, we're going to go with the letter D for dog, and for today's concept, we have dog player. A dog player is a bettor who basically always bets on the underdog. So if you like going for the underdog, then you are a dog player. All right, chalk eaters and dog players, let's get right down to business. First, you need to congratulate two national teams, but they're actually both German, but different levels. First, on Friday, the 30th of June, in the UEFA Under-21 Championship, Germany defeated Spain 1-0, and that was in Krakow, Poland. Goal scored the 40th minute by Mitchell Weiser. So that's one right there for the Germans. Been a good weekend of football or soccer for the Germans. And what about the 2017 FIFA Confederations Cup? The final was between Chile and Germany, and all it took was a goal in the 20th minute from Lars Stindl as Germany defeated Chile 1-0 in St. Petersburg. So, wunderbar for the Germans. And before I get back to soccer or the sport of football, like I said before, wherever you are in the world, let's go to 10bet.com. That's www.10bet.com. Right now, it's all about Wimbledon going on in England. Those of you tennis fans out there, this is an exciting time here during the summer. Right now, I'm just interested in finding out the favorites to win this tournament outright. Who are the top four? Well, you probably won't be surprised by the names, but here they are. According to 10bet here, this is what the payout is here for the favorites. At the top, you got Roger Federer. The payout here shows 3.10 for Rafael Nadal, an even 5 for Novak Djokovic, an even 6, and for Andy Murray, 6.5. So those are your top favorites for the men for the 2017 Wimbledon. Let's see what's going on with the ladies. At top, you got Petra Kvitova. Payout here shows 5.5. Next, you got Karolina Pliskova, also 5.5. Very close there. Then you got Johanna Konta, an even 13. Then Venus Williams, an even 15. And underneath, top 5 actually here, you got Yelena Ostapenko, an even 17. Wow. Yes, I'm seeing it right here. Venus Williams is one of the favorites to take this tournament, still going strong. So make sure you get to 10bet.com. That's www.10bet.com. If you're a tennis fan, this is the website you need to go to. All right, now let's take a look at what's going on in the K-League Classic. And what does the K stand for? You guessed it, the K is for Korea. So we're taking a look at the top flight of football in South Korea. On Saturday, the 8th of July, and let me tell you first, actually, I'm on SBOBET.com. That's www.sbobet.com. Remember, this is one of the top Asian bookmaker sites, so only fitting that we're on this website to see what's going on in the K-League. All right, so on Saturday, the 8th of July, first you got the Pohang Steelers going against the Jeonnam Dragons. The Steelers favorite here at home. Payout here shows 2.05, 3.35 for a draw, 3.40 for the Dragons. Next, you got Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors hosting Ulsan Hyundai. Yeah, so Jeonbuk, they're actually in first place right now, top of the table. Ulsan actually in second place. This is going to be an interesting matchup. What are the bookies showing here? 1.79 is a payout here for Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, 3.55 for a draw, 4.20 for Ulsan Hyundai. So pay attention to that marquee matchup. Also on that same day, the 8th of July, you got Incheon United hosting Daegu Football Club. Payout here shows 2.46 for Incheon, 3.10 for a draw, 2.83 for Daegu. And to wrap up the weekend, very next day, which will be Sunday, the 9th of July, you got the Suwon Blue Wings hosting Jeju United. So payout here shows 2.44 for Suwon, 3.10 for a draw, 2.88 for Jeju United. Next, you got Gwangju FC hosting FC Seoul. Payout here shows 3.60 for Gwangju, 3.25 for a draw, 2.02 for FC Seoul. So Seoul on the road there, but they are definitely favored. And the last one, last but not least, Gangwon FC hosting Sangju Sangmu Football Club. Payout here shows 2.24 for Gangwon, 3.15 for a draw, and 3.15 for Sangju Sangmu Football Club. So like I said, those you huge fans and huge followers of the K-League Classic, get to www.sbobet.com, place your bets immediately. And before we continue, make sure you check out our website. You know the address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. On our website, you have easy access to the Bookmaker 101 Basics. That includes steps on how to register, bet, and withdraw. Our Bookmaker Guide is available to download. Read through it at least 2 or 3 times. Remember, I want you to become an expert on this whole entire online sports betting process. And remember, we have betting strategies, tips. Don't forget about our A to Z sports betting lingo. Remember, you may not sound like an expert just yet, but keep on listening to the Bookmaker Podcast. Check out our website, and you'll be good to go. And now, the next tournament that I want to focus on will be taking place in the United States. It is the 2017 CONCACAF Gold Cup. So yes, we'll refer to this tournament as a soccer tournament. Let's move past that, though. Looking forward to this tournament. Only 12 teams, though. And you're probably thinking it's going to be Mexico or United States for sure. Well, they are the top favorites, but let me explain a little bit in just a moment. And with that, though, I'm on bet365.com, one of my favorite sites, www.bet365.com. I'm taking a look right here at the odds for the outright winners. So at the top of the list, no surprise, you got Mexico 5-4, United States 6-4, and Costa Rica 6-1. And earlier when I was talking about the favorites, you know, there's something really worth talking about. So as you know, Mexico recently participated in the 2017 FIFA Confederations Cup where they finished 4th place. So they are not bringing their top squad to this tournament. It's just basically a domestic side with, I think, one player who actually plays in Major League Soccer. So I honestly think Mexico does have a chance to win this tournament, but there's no way it's going to be a runaway. And as for United States, head coach Bruce Arena, he's bringing a lot of players who don't have a lot of international caps and also testing out some more of his Major League Soccer players. There will be some foreign-based players there, but it's not going to be the United States squad that you are expecting. But either way, expect an entertaining tournament. It'll be great to see some of these untested players get a chance and see what they're able to do. Now, as for the teams at the very bottom who basically have, no chance of winning this tournament, you got Nicaragua at the very bottom, 125-1. Then you got French Guiana, 150-1, and Martinique, 200-1 outsiders. And let me be clear about something. French Guiana and Martinique, they are not FIFA members. They are French overseas territories, but they are members of CONCACAF. But the one thing I want to point out here about French Guiana, I think you all will find very exciting. I was taking a look at the rosters earlier today, and with French Guiana, you actually will see Florent Malouda suiting up for French Guiana. And those of you who are big fans of the French national team, those of you who've also been big fans of Chelsea, you definitely know who I'm talking about. Florent Malouda was a member of France's national team that made it all the way to the 2006 World Cup final in Germany. Now you're probably wondering, how is Florent Malouda able to play? He's already been capped and suited up for France, Les Bleus. Well, let me explain that to you. Players that were born in French Guiana are eligible to play for France's national team. But the one rule that FIFA has set that makes a lot of sense is that if it has been more than 5 years since a player from a French overseas territory has last suited up for France, then that player can suit up for a French overseas territory that they were born in. And so in this case, it is Florent Malouda. He was born in French Guiana. He did his damage with France. He's 37 years old now. He's still playing club football. I believe he's playing in India right now. And I think it's going to be really exciting to see how he can help French Guiana in the 2017 CONCACAF Gold Cup. And now that you know the odds for the outright winners, let's take a look at the groups and the matchups this coming weekend. So first in Group A, you got French Guiana, Canada, Honduras, and Costa Rica. These matches will take place on Friday, the 7th of July. First, you got French Guiana against Canada. Odds here show 9-2 for French Guiana, 14-5 for a draw, 8-13 for Canada. Right after that, Honduras versus Costa Rica. That will be a very, very entertaining match. Odds here show 13-5 for Honduras, 21-10 for a draw, 23-20 for Costa Rica. You know, just going to throw my 2 cents out there real quick. For that match between Honduras and Costa Rica, you might want to do draw no bet, because I think that's going to be one of those matches where it might end in a draw. Next day, Saturday, the 8th of July. In this group, you got United States, Panama, Martinique, and Nicaragua. First, United States against Panama. Odds here show 7-10 for United States, 12-5 for a draw, 9-2 for Panama. Next, Martinique versus Nicaragua. 11-5 for Martinique, 2-1 for a draw, 7-5 for Nicaragua. And then on Sunday, the 9th of July, in this group you got Curacao, Jamaica, Mexico, and El Salvador. First, Curacao versus Jamaica, 5-2 for Curacao, 11-5 for a draw, 23-20 for Jamaica. And Mexico against El Salvador, 2-9 for Mexico, 11-2 for a draw, 10-1 for El Salvador. But like I said earlier, Mexico's not bringing their top squad. I think El Salvador will definitely give them a run for their money, so focus on that matchup. All right, everybody, that's it for this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. Really glad you're able to join us. Remember, I want you to take your love of sports to the next level. Make sure you access our Bookmaker 101 Basics. I want you to know the steps on how to register, bet, and withdraw. Our Bookmaker Guide is available to download. I want you to read through it, not just once, but at least 2 or 3 times, so you can become an expert on this entire online betting process. Earlier I mentioned the A to Z sports betting lingo. Remember, learn it, live it, love it.
I want the kids in bed by 9. I want the dog fed, the yard watered, and the gate locked. And get a note to the milkman. No more cheese.
This has been the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please show some love by subscribing to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Till next time, this is Mr. Bookmaker, over and out.